Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, Smif and Laly. I'm Smif, and together we're Smif and Laly. Listen, you know what today is? It's Monday. That means it's Movie Monday. Halloween is just around the corner. You know what? It just doesn't feel right. Hang on while I change. Oh, no, that's much better, isn't it? Alright, so today's video we're going to be talking about 5 black horror films from 2020 that are worth checking out this Halloween. Let's get into it. Starting things off with number 5. First up, Too Bad. See what I did there? If you don't, you will in just a moment. Vampires vs. the Bronx. This film stars Jaden Michael and Method Man. Now, according to Charlemagne the God, all people from the Bronx are crazy. Well, this fun little PG-13 movie shows you just how crazy they can be. When 3 friends discovered that the new development company that has been buying up all the properties lately may have a connection to all the recent disappearances and are more than just interested in gentrification.
Alright, yo, that was mad vague, dog.
That's this little man trying to save the neighborhood. And speaking of saving the neighborhood, what's up with all these missing person flyers?
It's too late to fight back now.
Now, what do you do for work?
Real estate.
Turns out those stiff white guys are actually a coven of vampires looking to turn the BX into the buffet. Listen, they're trying to create a vampire haven right in the middle of the BX. It's a PG-13 film, like I said. I think it's fun. You can watch this with your teeny boppers. They'll have a good time, your kids. It got some genuine scares, but it's a fun movie. Family friendly, I think. So, check it out. Coming in at number 4, we have Antebellum, starring the beautiful Janelle Monáe. It also stars Jenna Malone and Gabby Sidibe. Listen, to me, I think this movie was truly, truly terrifying. It's about a hugely successful author by the name of, I believe, Veronica. And basically, she has everything going for her. She has the great career, great friends, great family. That is, until events, like, it upends her entire existence and it plunges her back through time, through history, back to slavery.
There she is. Guess what? Daddy is going to get you dressed for school today.
We are descendants of the gods. This land was always ours. But we must never relent. We're nowhere and everywhere.
I can tell. You're special. We are the future.
Whoever you were before, that's over.
What are we doing?
We go tonight.
911, what is your emergency?
Can you imagine that being completely successful? I mean, rich, powerful, people know you everywhere you go, and then one day you wake up and you are a slave. White people, you probably can't imagine this, but black folks, that is terrifying. Yeah, this right here, this one, it scares me. So, like I said, she wakes up one day as a slave, and the things that make it even more difficult is that she actually still has like all her memories, and she can remember her life of the fame and the glitz and the glory, but now she's a slave. You know what I'm saying? So she's got to confront she has to confront the brutal and horrifying realities of her past, present, and future before it's too late. So this one is definitely worth a check out. I think it was a good film. I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. To me, it was a little bit kind of possibly predictable, but at the same time, to some folks, it may go right over their head, and it may be a twist that you did not see coming. So definitely check it out this Halloween. That's all I'm saying. All right, so moving right along to number 3, we have the film called His House. Now, this film stars Rooney Masaku. You may recognize her. She was in Lovecraft Country. If you never caught that show, that was a really good show. It was on HBO. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Some of these names are really African. I'm trying my best, so y'all just bear with me. But I believe his name is Sope Derisu, and it stars Matt Smif. He was in Morbius. He's a white guy. It was easy to say his name. This movie right here, I thought it was really cool. It's about a Sudanese refugee family that narrowly escaped civil war in Sudan. And then they find themselves trying to adjust to new life in an all-white English town surrounded by stairs. I know how that go. And both blatant and passive racial tension and bigotry.
It's not healthy for you to be alone all the time, dwelling with your thoughts. Tomorrow we will find you something to do.
Look, the couple, they're also battling like a severe case of survivor's guilt. You know, that at least that's how it appears. So when you watch it, is that what's going on, or is it something a little more sinister? Watch the movie. I thought this was genuinely a really good movie. Has some good scares in it. Worth a check out this Halloween. It's creepy, it's airy. Good film. All right, so now that brings us to number 2 on this list. This movie I think is slept on. I watched it on a whim. If you haven't seen this one, I highly recommend watching this film. It's called Black Box. And it's starring Amadou Akti and Felicia Rashad. Y'all know who Felicia Rashad is. She, come on, Queen. Claire Huxtable. Y'all, you know who I'm talking about. Listen, I'm telling you, this movie, I thought it was so dope. I thought it had some legit scares in it. The story was pretty badass. Basically, it's about a guy, like, he loses his wife and his memory in a horrendous car accident. And the young man then becomes a single father to a young daughter. Now, the problem is, because he doesn't have his memories, it's like he feels like a stranger in his own brain.
Who's there?
Involved in a car accident, resulting in the death of his wife.
Is there anyone else who can pick you up?
She's running a little late today.
And severe memory loss.
If this happens again, we're gonna have to notify child services.
I believe that I can reverse your condition.
We should give it a shot, right?
Come with me, please. We call this headset the Black Box. An immersive virtual pathway to your memories. I like to begin with something I call the safe room. When you push the crown of the watch, you will be in your subconscious. Are you ready?
Face roll. What the hell's in there?
It's your brain trying to protect you from your trauma.
Did things go well with Dr. Brooks today?
I saw my wedding.
That's progress right there.
If that thing shows up again, you just say to yourself, I run my mind, it does not run me.
I run my mind, it doesn't run me. I run my mind. It doesn't run me.
Patients are often surprised by what they remember.
Did Rachel and I live in an apartment?
I don't think so.
The place feels really familiar.
You're getting close. Stay with this.
Did we ever fight?
It's not what you think. You would never hurt Rachel. You need to remember who you are.
I run my mind.
I can't even imagine that. Like, everything you remember from the past seems different. You're doing things differently, and people are telling you, "Oh, when did you like doing that?" Like all of a sudden he picked up smoking. And cool storyline behind that. However, listen, he gets tired of feeling like a stranger in his own head and in his own body. So he undergoes just like experimental treatment to restore his memory. But he soon realizes he may have bitten off a little bit more than he can chew. Like, seriously, he starts to question his own sanity. He starts to question reality itself. Listen, this movie has an amazing, unexpected ending that you just gotta see. Again, it's Black Box. I believe it's on Amazon Prime. Check it out. Smif and Laly approved. For shizzle. I always wanted to say that. And coming in at number 1, this movie, I really dug this. It's called Spell. It stars Mari Hardwick and, of course, like, Black acting royalty. Like, if you don't got love and respect for Miss Loretta Devine, I don't know what you doing. That distinctive voice, her tone, she's like everybody. She reminds me of Jennifer Lewis. She's like everybody auntie. Everybody got an auntie that's like Miss Loretta Devine. At least I do. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. In the movie Spell, basically, this film is like Misery meets The Skeleton Key. It's a good flick. I really dug this. I thought it was cool. You know what I'm saying? A hidden gem, I'll call it. But basically, it's about hometown boy turned big shot, Marquise. And Marquise is flying his family home in his own little private personal plane to attend his father's funeral. He gets stuck in a storm, which, oh my God, I don't know about y'all. That alone is terrifying. Like, I cannot stand flying through like a thunderstorm. Oh Lord, take me down. No, ma'am. No, sir. I had to fly. When I was in the Marine Corps, I had to fly in a snowstorm one time. Oh, they had just grounded planes the day before, and it was like, the snow was too heavy on the wings. Why the hell are we flying the next day? I'm like, Uncle Sam, y'all gonna have to understand, but that's another story for another time. Anyway.
My father was stuck in time a little bit.
What was he like?
He was religious, just differently, like superstitious.
So what y'all doing around these parts?
We're going up for my daddy's funeral.
They don't get many visitors up in those houses.
Where am I?
You was in a plane accident.
What about my family?
Baby, you were the only one found.
I need an ambulance.
Ain't a hospital within 50 miles of here. Where you think you is? New York City. This, it stands for you. Whatever happens to it, happens to you. I'm gonna fix you. I'm gonna fix you good. All right now, tell us what you see. You may live in the city, but you from this land. I got big plans for you.
They got my family. She controlling everyone in town.
Put you up, put you down. This is for your own good.
So there's a storm, and it basically causes Marcus to lose control of the plane, obviously, and he crashes deep in the Appalachian forest. And when he wakes up, he finds himself alone and in bed in a stranger's house. And that house belongs to Hoodoo Priestess Eloise. I'm sorry. But look, who she says she can nurse him back to health, and with her hoodoo magic and all this stuff. And Marquise doesn't believe in any of that stuff. So many brothers like that, especially modern day hell. Nowadays folks be like, I don't believe in God. I'm like, all right, do you, baby, do you, boo boo. But this lady is a hoodoo priestess, and she's like, well, you may not believe in it believes in you should. I can't do Loretta's voice because y'all know what she sounds like. But anyway, but Marquise, he wakes up and he's grateful for the help. She did kind of manage him, get him out the plane and everything. But of course he's like, where's my family? So he just wants to know where his family is, and he just wants to go. But that's a little easier said than done. This movie is, if you believe in that type of stuff, like that hoodoo and that witchcraft and all that, this movie is right up your alley. It's an insane film, man, but it's fun. It's definitely worth a check out. Watch it. It got some other faces you're gonna recognize all up and through there, but definitely check this out. It's called Spell. Again, I think all these actually are probably available on Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime. If not, Netflix. But you guys know how to find films nowadays. I mean, for real, come on now. Let's keep it real. But anyway, there it is, folks. That is 5 black horror films that are definitely worth a check out this Halloween. I like them. I think you will enjoy them too. They're fun, they're spooky, they're eerie, and they're all different types of stories, like I said. So you got Spell is about like witchcraft. Black Box, I don't want to spoil that one for you. Just need to check that one out. His House is like a ghost tale. Plus we talked about vampires in the Bronx. Obviously it's about vampires. I mean, seriously. So anyway, check the films out. I think you'll enjoy them. Thanks for sitting here watching this with me. Of course, I'm your boy Smif. That's SMIF period. And happy Halloween. I appreciate y'all. And listen, do me one favor. Just one simple favor. All right, this is really easy to do. You ready? Be inspired. Be inspirational. Be. Peace.